All right, we're back on 49ers Talk, joined by Upton Stout, rookie defensive back, rookie nickelback for the 49ers. And it is the second week of the playoffs, so is it still appropriate to call you a rookie? Because it feels like you've been playing a long time.
Yeah, I feel like it's still appropriate. You know, we still in that year one, but it's going to get to that point where I'm going to feel like a vet.
Can you take me back? I mean, draft night, does that seem like so long ago, or does it seem like it just happened?
It's so long ago, but I remember like it was yesterday. Like it felt like it really just happened. I feel like we was just in OTAs. I was just trying to figure out the playbook, figure out everybody's name, and then now it's like, dang, we really in it.
I mean, you made a lot of national attention, certainly attention here in the Bay Area with your phone call with John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan, the "Let's do it."
Yeah.
Was that kind of your mantra? Was that your motto, or did it just come out? Did you think
it really just came out? But I mean, I guess you could say it's kind of like a motto. I mean, whatever happens, I'm ready to do it. So it's like once I got that phone call, I was like, man, let's do it. Like, give me the playbook, let's do it. Like, I'm ready.
Did you surprise yourself by saying that, or did you know that whoever called you were going to say that to?
I mean, I didn't know what I was going to say. It was like right when I just knew it was the 49ers, I was like, yeah, let's do it. Like, I was like, right when it was John Lynch, I'm like, yeah, let's do it. Like, let's do it. So who knows what my reaction would have been to somebody else, but I know when the 49ers called, I was like, yeah, let's do it. I'm ready.
And you also said to Coach Shanahan, you got yourself a dog.
Yeah, for sure.
Do you feel like you played like a dog as a
rookie? Yeah. I feel like yeah, for sure.
Well, what has been the biggest adjustment for you going from the college ranks to the NFL and being, a week one starter at nickelback?
I feel like the biggest adjustments was probably earlier on just knowing like the different type of looks I can get in, just as far as like with nickel, like we do a lot of following. So like if the receiver goes, you got to follow, but if it's a fast motion. So really just trying to figure out the speeds and the motion and things like that. That was probably like one of my biggest challenges, like coming in, trying to run with everything. They're like, no, you can't run with this. You got to let this one go. So that was probably like the biggest change coming from like college to the NFL, was just like before the snap.
Ray Brown, the defensive backs coach, told me that his team at Boston College played against you.
Yeah.
And he obviously was a defensive coach at Boston College, but he said that he started watching you because he heard you in your communication with the fellow defensive backs. Has he talked to you about that?
Yeah, we didn't talk about it a couple of times. Yeah, I remember going into that game. It was it's a funny story because I remember I had made a play on the sideline. I don't know, it was one of the coaches. I was just over there, just letting them have an earful of it. And I remember Coach Brown, when I had came in for a visit, he was like, yeah, you was talking to me. So it's funny how that all played out. But yeah, Coach Brown, he was a good dude, yeah.
How did you become, you consider yourself a student of the game, right? How did you get to that point where even in college you were taking control of the secondary and you knew all the aspects of that defense?
I'd say just from like early on, just messing up so many times, not really just realizing that you just can't go out there and play the game. Yeah, it works for some people, but I always wanted to figure out, like, how can I get an advantage? Like, it's week 8. The team's running the same thing over and over again. Like, how can I get advantage? How can I get a jump on things? And then once I got to Western Kentucky, our coach was like, you can't just keep going out there, no notes, no nothing. So he kind of showed me how to take notes, how to break down film, like how to watch it specifically tailored to me. And then after that, I just feel like I really just started diving in. And once I started doing that, I feel like the game really slowed down a lot.
Yeah, was there a point where you kind of felt like it clicked? Like, now I know how often to try to attack.
Yeah. Like I would say like probably springboard college, like just watching the WKU's offense repeatedly over and over again after practice. And then on Saturdays when we would scrimmage, I kind of put all those notes together, and then I'd have a good scrimmage. I'm like, like my film study's going on, and then carrying it over to a game. I remember we was playing Austin Peay. This is my first year at Western Kentucky. And then the first game of the season was Austin Peay. So I'm watching their games from last year, and they had this one play. It was like they would always motion. And it's like when they had a tight end motion to the two receiver side, they would always do like a quick stop. And once I seen that play come, when we played them the first game, I jumped, and I feel like that's really when I started getting confident. Like, oh yeah, just believe what you see and just trust your preparation.
Is the NFL the same way, or do they recognize their own tendencies and then try to get you with plays?
I feel like it's kind of the same way. Like offenses always they like to do what they're good at, but then it's like you always gonna get a wrinkle here. It's like just to test your rules and just a test to see if you're really on it.
It seemed like the fourth down play against the Eagles last week, where you were on Devontae Smith, it felt like you knew that play. It felt like you were running the route.
Yeah,
Can you take me through the film study, what you saw and how you were able to jump that route?
Really just seeing them film study and watching from the weeks past. They did a lot of empty, and every time they did empty, they like to do like, I guess, a option or a choice route. And I just knew if I played it a certain way, then I feel like it would give him the look that he would want, and he'll go outside. So I kind of used that on that play.
Could you have gotten both hands on it?
No, I should have. Yeah, I should have gotten both hands on it. Yeah, that was bad ball skills by me. I should have took that one to the crib. But hey, that's for this week.
It was a big play, a fourth down breakup. Were you more happy with the play or disappointed that you didn't get a pick six?
I was happy about the play during that moment, just so we could put the offense back on the field. But like going back after a while, I'm like, yeah, that's supposed to be a pick six. Like I should have put points on the board for the offense.
Do you think that, your rookie year, have you seen yourself gain the respect or earn the respect of the opposition?
Nah, I gotta go get it. I gotta go get my respect. I feel like as far as opposing teams, like they know my name, but I feel like the respect's not there yet. So, and that's for me to go out there every Sunday or Saturday and handle up and go demand my respect.
Is that what keeps you kind of going? I mean, you're not the biggest guy in the world. You've probably always had to battle that perception that, he might be too small. Has that helped you? Are you the player you are because of your size?
Yeah. I feel like, yeah, for sure. Like I always say, man, if you was 6'2", you would have been first round. I'm just like, if I was 6'2", who knows the type of work ethic I would have had. So I always feel like just trying to find any little way to keep a chip on my shoulder. So that's really all that is.
So your first NFL game, first regular season game was up in Seattle. What do you remember about that game and going into that environment? And just how were you nervous? What were you going through at that point?
Yeah, I was nervous, but it was also like I got to get the job done. And then it was also my first game because I had missed the preseason. So it's like everything was just going fast. I was just seeing everything, as a DB, if you see everything, that's just, you seeing too much. So it's like, I feel like it was just more off of just, I don't know, it was different at that time. It was my first game, getting my feet wet and just, that's all, yeah.
I mean, we talked about, you're a rookie, but now you played a full season. It seems like you're really playing your best ball right here. I mean, even the week 18 loss against Seattle, you played well. Last week in Philadelphia, you played well. So what has clicked for you to get to this point right here?
I feel like playing nickel, it all comes with reps. It all comes with, you gotta go through it to grow through it. So it's like, that's probably one of the biggest things. I knew it wasn't just going to be pieces and creams and flowers and blossoms at the start of it. So it's like, I knew I was going to have to take some bullets, and I knew I was going to have to take some hits in the paint just so I can get better at it. So it's like, I knew it wasn't going to be like that for a long time. I just had to just keep going through all the trials and tribulations. And I knew at the end of the day, I would be on the rise.
This season, so much talk about all the injuries and all the stuff you've overcome, but this is your first season in the NFL. But do you even recognize how special of a year this has been?
Yeah. Honestly, yeah. Especially like, I feel like it's been special from the jump, just knowing that I'm coming here and knowing about the players that I'm going to be able to play with or be around, and then seeing how this season went. Like, yeah, it's special. It's special for sure. Especially like just taking a step back and looking at everything that the team has done as a whole, even going through some of the adversity we done faced beginning of the season, last week, practices and things like that. So I feel like, yeah, when you just take a step back and just think like, yeah, it's a special season. It's a special team.
Can you think back to week 6 where Fred Warner sustained that injury and just what the devastation was like then, and then contrast that to now where, he won't play Saturday against Seattle, but if you guys win, there's a really good chance he'd be available for the NFC Championship game.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, 5-4 is different because I remember when he went down, it's like, man, like that's the heart and soul of the defense. That's one of the hearts and soul of the team. So it's like him being out for a period of time is like, I already bet who's next up. But it's like now seeing him back on the field, it's like, yeah, we've been missing that energy. We've been missing that rock. So it's like we just got to go out there this week and really just handle business for everybody who haven't been able to play this season, or everybody who done got hurt and things like that. We just got to go out there and just put on a show. Maybe five folks can get back out there for next week.
Yeah. What is the key going up against this Seattle offense with Jackson Smith and Jigba, one of the best receivers in the game? What are the challenges that Seattle poses for you?
I'd say just winning our one-on-ones. I feel like that's what the game's going to come down to. First level, second level, or third level. At the end of the day, everybody's going to have their own one-on-one. So it's like whenever your number's called, whenever they figure out they want to go at you, I feel like you just got to win your one-on-ones, get to the quarterback, make the tackles, and just make a play on the ball. And I feel like if we do that for 4 quarters straight, we'll be good.
Can you describe like the level of confidence when you guys break the huddle, knowing whatever Robert Saleh calls, you have to feel like he knows best. So what's the level of confidence when you guys hear that play call from Robert Saleh?
I feel like it's confidence that goes to everybody because it's like he already knows. He has a good jump on what a feel for like what we're gonna get next. So it's like whatever he called, we gotta trust that the player next to us is gonna do their job, and at the end of the day, let's just get off the field.
So what is this team capable of doing? Well, we've already seen you guys overcome a lot. You go to Philadelphia, win a game. Now you go up to Seattle. What is this team capable of doing?
I feel like you can't even just put a pinpoint on what we're able to do. I feel like we're able to do a lot, and the story not stopping right now. So the story gonna keep going every week we play. So I just feel like you can't really. I can't even pinpoint one thing that we're capable to do. We're capable to do a lot of things. I feel like we're just going to show everybody every time we get a chance to play like we deserve to keep playing another week.
All right, Upton. Hey, thank you so much.
Sure.
Congratulations on a good season up to this point, and we'll see if the season continues past this Saturday.
Yes, sir.